Welcome to the world that was. It's across this desert battlefield that the Empire will do battle with the Ogre Kingdoms. Welcome back to our second filmed battle report. Today sees an Empire force patrolling the borders who've seen an opportunity to attack an Ogre warband splintered off from the main tribe. Today is Empire versus Ogre Kingdoms. We've got 1500 points and it's battle for the pass down this old dried up riverbed. So let's take a look at both the armies. So I'm marshalling the Ogres today, and leading the charge is our level 2 Butcher at the front with Law of the Great Maw. He has a Dispel Scroll and some glittering scales. His spells, Spine Marrow for making us stubborn and Bone Crusher for 2d6 strength 2 hits with no save. Supporting him is our Bruiser Battle Standard Bearer, Crown of Command and an Enchanted Shield. He's also got a pistol and heavy armour. We have a nice big blob of 11 bulls, full command on them with hand weapons and iron fists. We've got a block of 6 Ironguts just behind them over to the left. They have a Bellower and a Standard Bearer, and there's 6 Leadbelchers in support of those as well. We have an Iron Blaster and 1 Saber-Tusk Puppy just thrown in there too. That's 1500 points of Ogres. Commanding the Empire today is Michelle. Say hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. So this is my 1500 points of Empire. It's led by Luthor Huss, and I've got a level 4 wizard with Law of Shadows and a mounted captain BSB. We have 20 Crossbowmen and a unit of 12 Inner Circle Knights with the Standard of Discipline. I've then got 3 Demigryph Knights and a steam tank to finish off. My wizard spells are Mystifying Miasma, the Enfeebling Foe, Pit of Shades and Occam's Mind Razor.
Very nice. Lots of cavalry there.
Yes.
And lots of 1+ saves. 1+ save, 1+ save, 1+ save, 1+ save. So that'll be fun. That was the armies, and the battle lines are now drawn. Let's have a quick overlook at the deployments. So Michelle, start with you. Talk us through what's gone where.
Okay, so from left to right, we've got the Crossbowmen with Wizard, the Demigryph Knights, the big unit of Knights, and then Steam Tank at the end.
Excellent. And the BSB and Luthor Huss are in with that big unit of Knights?
Yeah.
Excellent. And over for the Ogre side, we've got one of the Saber-Tusks just holding that flank up there as a null deploy. Leadbelchers and big unit of Ogres in the middle. Iron Blaster, and then Ironguts over on this side. So Empire did finish first, so we'll roll for first turn. You win, so do you want to go first?
Yes.
Excellent. Back with Empire turn 1 coming up next. Start of Empire turn 1. There's no charges, nothing's in range. So the next thing is going to be the steam tank. How many steam points are you going to try and generate?
5 steam points.
Okay, roll your artillery dice. Check you don't blow up. Yep, no problem. Spending any of those on movement? 3. Okie dokie. You got 3 dice. Yep. So how far are you going? Cool. Get that moved. Move the rest of the stuff, and we'll come back for magic. Movement phase is complete. Steam tankers trundled forward just 6 inches. Bit of a tentative advance. Knights and the Demigryphs both making slow advances, just splitting around this central stack. And the Crossbowmen have stayed still, ready to shoot. So straight into the magic phase. Do you want to roll for Winds of Magic?
Yep.
What have we got? 6,
6,
not bad.
yeah.
I'm going to go for my channel attempt. Nope. I'm going to try channel.
Yep. 5.
No. Do you know what you're going to do, or do you want a little think?
Yep. I'm going to think. Thanks.
Back in the magic phase, what are you starting off with?
Casting Miasma at your big unit of Ogres.
Cool. What stat are you going to go for targeting?
Movement.
Cool. How many dice are you throwing at it?
2.
Cool. Cast on a, 9, level 4, 13. I've only got 3 dice and you've got scary spells, so going to have to let that one go. Roll your d3 to see how much we're reduced by. Oh, the big 3. Okay. Do you know what you're doing next?
Yes, I'm going to cast the Pit of Shades.
Okay. How many dice on that one?
I've got 4.
Going for it. Okay. Let's quickly do some maths. 7, 9. Yes, that is definitely cast. With 3 dice, I am going to have to use a Dispel Scroll really early in the game. So that's Dispel Scroll. End of the magic phase. Empire shooting phase. What are we doing first?
My crossbowmen are going to go for your Ironguts over in the corner.
Yeah, okay. Measured up, we've got 14 that are in range. So, use on your little dice tray. You are hitting on 5s. That's not overly brilliant. I think
No, it's not.
only got 1.
Nice.
Cool. Winning on a 4. Yay, it's a wound. At a -1 with heavy armour, I'm a 6 up to save. Nope, so that's 1 wound gone. Nothing else there. That was pretty rubbish, wasn't it? So, steam tank. Guessing we're going to go with a cannonball straight down at the big unit of ogres?
Yep, that's it.
So, steam tank's all lined up. What are we doing with it?
Well, I'm lined up with your BSB.
Yeah.
And I'm going for 18 inches.
Cool. Let's see how far it actually goes then. Yeah, 24, which I think puts us directly on the head of my BSB. Roll again, let's see what your bounce comes out at. Oh, it's gone a long way. It's stuck in the ground, which means it's landed on the BSB's head. So, I'm going to have to take a lookout sir for him. We have a lookout blow on there. 5, he gets it out of the way, which means that another ogre is going to take it in his place. Strength 10, you just need a 2+ to hurt him. Yeah. And it's d6 damage, so how many wounds do you do with this? 5, yeah, that's 1 ogre. Splattered. With that, it's the end of the Empire shooting. We've got no combat, so we'll come back for the Ogre Kingdoms movement next. Ogre movement phase is complete. It's been equally tentative, really, from the ogres. Leadbelchers have gone forwards. They've got some nice shots down on the knights. These guys stimmied with the miasma have only shuffled forward a little bit. Iron blasters equally tentative, and these guys have just started to advance down the flank. Let's be honest, Empire firepower wasn't that good, so we can take it slow. With that, we'll go straight into the magic phase. So Winds of Magic. 5 for you, Shell, and 8 for me. Now, what are we going to do? Oh yeah, try a channel. No, not for me. Hey, lucky you. I'm going to go straight into it with Bone Crusher, which is going to be on your unit of knights. Now, you are better than me, but I'm a bit worried about a miscast. We're going to go big. We're going to go with all 6 dice. Definitely cast on 10. 14, 18, 20. How many dice do you want to use to dispel that?
At 5.
Cool. So get your 5 dice then. Let's see if you can beat me. I'm on a +4. Yeah, irresistibly dispelled. So that's that done. Leaves me with 2 dice left. We'll go for Spine Marrow, which they're going to cast on their own unit. Cast on a very lowly 5, so I guess with your 1 dice left, you're going to try and dispel.
Absolutely.
And yes,
Ooh,
8
yeah.
dispelled. So that was pretty enough for us as well. Hopefully, our shooting is going to go better. We're going to open up with straight up into these knights. 66 shots. That's not a bad effort. 8, 10, 18, 19. Grab some dice. We'll see how many hits we can get. So, we've got 19 shots. Use our little dice again. Hit on 5s, as we don't suffer the penalties for moving and shooting. That's not bad, actually, for ogres, anyway. Okay, maybe it's a bit bad. It's only 5. Never mind. But strength 4, toughness 3. We are wounding on 3s. That's not great either. So that's just 2. Armor piercing. So 2 saves on 3 up. Oh, we killed 1 knight. There we go. And then we're going to come back again with our Iron Blaster. It was nicely lined up on these Demigryphs. Hopefully we can shoot one of them out of its saddle. So we're going to go 10 inches back from the back of the middle guy's base. Now, thanks to our rules, we can see how far we shoot and re-roll that dice. It's the same anyway. So we're 6 inches back at the minute. We need a nice big bounce. What is it with cannonballs on this game? They're just getting stuck in the sand. So our shooting wasn't much better than the Empire, really. 1 lousy night. And with that, that's the end of turn 1. Back for Empire turn 2 coming up next. Start of Empire turn 2. Any charges?
Yeah, I'm going big.
Ooh.
So, knights are going to go into your Leadbelchers.
Right, okay.
And my Demigryphs are going to go to these chaps at the in the end.
These ones down here?
Yep.
Okay, let's measure up, see how far you need, and we'll some dice. So we've measured up. These are some long charges, but hey, you've got to try now, I suppose. We're just going to keep shuffling towards each other. So the knights need a 10 to get into Leadbelchers. So see how lucky you're feeling. Oh my giddy arch, only gone and done it. Okay, can you do the same for the Demigryphs? They're even further. It's an 11 to get down into these guys. Ooh, just short.
Nearly,
No,
but not quite.
9.
No.
Okay, we'll get these guys moved. Oh, should we do the steam tank as well? How many steam points again for this time? 5 again. Cool. Trying to grab our artillery dice and let's check that your boiler holds out. Yeah, perfect. You're going to spend any on moving that?
1.
Cracking. Right, I suppose let's see how far you managed to make him move. Ooh, not bad. Right, we'll get everything else moved. Move those charges in, and then we'll come back for magic. Movement phase is complete. Knights have gone crashing into Leadbelchers, who slow to fire, so they couldn't stand and shoot. Just had to take it. Steam tank has pivoted round, still lined up on this big unit, trundled forward slightly. Demigryphs, though, are looking pretty vulnerable for a big flank charge at the minute, having fallen short of these guys. And the Crossbowmen have all stood still with the wizard. So into the magic phase. Let's roll for Winds of Magic, see what we get. Oh, that's a little bit measly. I'll try and do my channel. No, nothing for me. Do you want to try your channel?
Yeah, actually, we've just realised that I should have been having 2 all along.
We should. We forgot about Mr. Huss over there, who allows us to channel as well. So apologies for that, but we've called it on turn 2, so that's not too bad. So yeah, let's see if he can live up to his reputation. No, he can't. So, do you know what you're casting, or do you want a little think?
I'll have a think, thanks.
Okay, back in the magic phase. Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah, if my Demigryphs have got any chance of surviving this, I need to go for the stop the big charge.
Yep.
So I'm going to use my miasma with movement.
Okay. Go for it. All your dice. All your dice. And what have we got there? 6, 10, 12, 16. Wow. I'm going to have to try. I've already used my Dispel Scroll. Need a cracking number there. Nope, that's not good enough. So roll your 1 dice to see how much movement you take off. It's only 2 this time, but that might be enough. That's the end of the magic phase, so we'll come back for shooting. Empire shooting. What are we starting with?
The Crossbowmen, and we're going to go to these chaps on the flank.
Yeah, okay. You're all in range. Everyone's still at long range, so you want 5s to hit this time. Oh, that looks
healthy.
Massively better than last time, wasn't it? Cool. We'll let you pick those out, and then it'll be forced to wound. So it's forced to wound. Oh my giddy, oh, look at that. That's amazing, isn't it? So that's all but 2. So if you don't mind, I'm going to use your dice. And these are on 6s, because we've only got heavy armour. Oh, come on, please. Please. I've seen it. No. So we've lost 1, 2, 3 and a bit. Oh dear me. So that's going to be panic for the ogres on that unit. Leadership 8. I think they've got the standard discipline. We'll double check that. Otherwise, we might be fleeing. So leadership 8 is enough for my Ironguts. They haven't panicked, which moves us on to the steam tank, which I thought was lined up for my big unit of ogres.
But no, I'm actually going to go for your Iron Blaster.
Yeah, look at that shot down there. How far are you firing?
15 inches.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to need an 8, I think, on it again this time. Big bounce. Oh, once again, the cannonball sticks in the sand. That is the end of shooting. We'll come back for the combat over here. I think knights are going to munch some ogres. Cool, so kicking off with this combat, we'll do the fear test first then. I think your leadership 8, yeah, which you've passed. So your BSB is highest initiative. 3 attacks, what's he armed with?
Oh, just a lance.
Okay, so let's go with him first then. He's hitting on 3s. Oh dear, and hatred from Luthor doesn't go to other characters. That's a shame. So it's just the 1 hit. So your strength 6 though, so you are going to be wounding on 2s. Oh, that's 1 wound, and at -4, that's 1 ogre down. 1 wound, sorry. So then we're going to come back with the knights, who are going to be going next. Let's work out how many we've got. So we've got 12 attacks from the knights in total. These are going to be hitting on 3s. And we've got Luthor there for your rerolls. Just 2. Can you make it a full sweep? 1 misses. Cool. And then you're going to be on 2s again to wound at strength 6. Yeah. Not looking good for these guys. Okay, here we are looking for 2s. Only 1 dropped, so how many?
No, there's 2 there.
Yeah, no, you're winning on 2s because you're strength 6, so your 2s count. So we lose that one, so we've got what? 1, 2, 3 ogres and another wound. Oh dear, and I'm getting no saves on that. Ouch. So it's the steeds to attack next. Luthor has to go into the butcher, as should really the knight behind him, but too late for that now. So you're hitting on 4s with your horses. At least they're less good, so 3 hits there, and then strength 3, you're wounding on 5s. No, thankfully no more from them, which now means I do actually have a few ogres to make some attacks now. So ogres get to attack back. We're going to put them all just into the regular knights, but butcher's going to have to go at Luthor because why not? So we are hitting on 4s. So I've got a few hits there. Wounding on 4s as well. That's better. So 3. It's only at -1, so that's 3 2-up saves on your knights. Hey, we killed 1 knight, and then we'll just do the 3 butcher attacks onto Luthor. Again, he's hitting on 4s. He's got 1 hit, 4 to wound. Yes, he wounds as well. Luthor, I think, has got a 5, 4, 3 up. So he's on a 4+ save. So 1 4-up for him, which he's failed, but he's also got a 4+ ward save, I think, as well. So do you want to roll for your ward save? Yes, we'll double check the ward on him, but that's a 4. I think he's fine, which means that Luthor is going to get to attack next. He's got, what, 2 attacks, hasn't he? So, Hatred will cover himself, so you can have a reroll on that one. No, it doesn't hate me that much. So you just got the 1, strength 6, so again, what is it, a 2+ again? Yeah, that's another one, which is another wound, which finishes off another ogre. Oh dear me. Alright, that was painful. Let's work out some combat res, but I think we know how this has ended. Not that we needed to do too much thinking to work it out. Unsurprisingly, the knights have slaughtered me there. They got 16 points of combat res to my 1, which means that I am most definitely on a snake's eyes to stay here. But with a BSB, at least we can re-roll it. No. Second time lucky. Oh, nearly. No. So I'm off. Are you pursuing?
Yes.
Cool. See how far I'm going then. Ooh, 7. I might get away. Can you beat it? Oh yeah, these are the knights that can do 10-inch charges. Of course they can beat it. Right, let's get those guys moved and then we'll be back for... Oh, sorry, first of all, do panic on these. Got the leadership 8 with the Bruiser, and again, we can re-roll it. So, yeah, they're fine. Right, we'll get these moved and we'll come back for Ogre's turn 2. So, Ogre's turn 2, that was nasty. A lot of points I've lost there, and I've only killed 2 of those knights in return. But hopefully I can get some revenge now. Ogre charges. We are going to be declaring with Ironguts into the Demigryphs, and the big blob into the Demigryphs. What are you going to do?
I'm just going to hold, because you don't scare me.
Yeah, right. So, we'll start with the easier one first. It was the banner of Swiftness I'd given these guys, not the standard discipline, which means that, thanks to their failed charge, I only need a 6, which I do just make. And then the other one, with them being miasmid, down to movement 4, so we need an 8 for those guys to get in. 7, that is not good, but at least we've got 1 unit in. So we'll get those guys moved, decide what we're doing with the rest, and that's it. So, movement phase 4 of the Ogres is complete. Ironguts have made it into the Demigryphs. Whether they're going to be enough on their own, we'll have to wait and see. This big unit of Ogres have just ambled forwards after failing that charge. That was really quite disappointing there. And from where they ended up, it blocked the shot down onto the steam tank from the Iron Blaster. However, Iron Blaster might fancy now playing a little bit of Skittles with these knights that have decimated his friends. I don't have any magic phase because you ruthlessly cut him down, which means we're going to go straight into shooting. Only shooting that I've got is the Iron Blaster shooting at the knights, and he's going to fire a massive 1 inch.
Ooh.
He has fired a very long way there. Let's see whether or not he's actually hit anybody. So 11. Yeah, we just clipped the last one, so it doesn't really matter whether we bounce or not. Let's see what we do anyway. Yeah, we bounced 2. So I've hit a phenomenal 1 knight. Can I kill him? Yeah. 1 more knight is removed. And with that, we'll go to the combat phase. So this combat, the Demigryphs are starting us off. We both cause fear, so there's no fear test there. So let's start with these Demigryphs hitting on 3s. What have we got? Just the 1. Oh dear. Oh dear. Strength 5 on a Demigryph, so it's 3s again to wound. Oh, that's a little bit better. When that one finally stops, what is it going to be? Yeah, so 4, and it's strength 5, so -2. I don't get any saves, so that is 4 more killed. So, ouch, 2 on him. 2 through on him. Oh dear. So, next it's going to be your knights who get to attack. 3 attacks from the knights. Sorry, hang on a second. I think I've messed up 1, 2. No, that's correct. I've done that right. My own maths confusing me then. Yep, so your knights again hitting on 3s. Whee, that's not so good. Just the 1 then. You only strength 4, 4s to wound. No wound. I think you've done enough. So let's get my attacks back. 6 attacks back. I'm hitting you on 4s. Strength 6 though. I'm pretty sure your Demigryphs aren't super tough. Toughness 4, so I'm at least winning on 2s. That's 3 at -3. You've got a 1-up, so that's 3 4-up saves. And of course you make 2 of them, so 1 Demigryph has taken 1 wound, which means I've got 1, 2 for charging, 3 with a standard. You've got 4 for wounds, 5 for that, so my Ironguts have lost by 2. And they are most definitely going to run, but thank you, BSB. We can re-roll that. No. Empire turn 3, and things are looking pretty bleak for the Ogres. It was you making that 10-inch charge with your knights, which has absolutely crippled me, and I massively underestimated how effective these guys were. So, any charges?
No.
Okay, Steam Tank then. How many points are you going to put on him?
5.
Cool, let's see if this bowler holds out. Please not.
Ooh.
Oh, it does. Spending any on movement?
2.
Cool. 8. Oh, he's not actually going to be far off us now. Right, we'll get that moved. Move the rest of these and come back for magic. So that's movement phase complete. The stalwart Crossbowmen have stayed where they've been all game. These guys have reformed and spun round over here. And this block of knights...
Also reformed, ready to take the inevitable charge.
Yes, I think he is going to be getting some revenge. So let's go into magic phase. Let's roll for Winds of Magic. 7. Cool. Do you want to try your channels? Oh, you get another one putting you on 8. Do you know what you're doing? Or try and have a little think?
Just have a moment.
Okay, Empire Magic phase. What are we starting off with?
Starting off with the enfeebling foe, but boosted to reach the range of the Ogres.
Yep. How many dice are you doing that one with then?
Do that with 4.
Cool. Cast on a 10. So, it's cast. Oh, you've irresistibled it. Right. So that's definitely off. So roll your D3. Let's see how much my strength comes down by. Big 3. Oh dear. So I'm strength 1, and more significantly, roll your 2 dice, and let's see what happens on your miscast. 10. Let's check that one out. 10 is a power drain. So you lose D3 levels off your wizard level. Ooh, 3. So you're now down to a level 1 wizard, and that also means that you're going to lose 3 spells. One of them is the one you've just cast, and then pick from your cards 2 more. So that leaves you with Occam's Mind Razor. Cool, and that's the end of the magic phase. Okay, Empire shooting. What are we doing first?
I'm going to be firing the steam tank.
Yeah.
Shooting 1 inch.
1 inch, copying me. Right, let's see it then. So that's a 7. Let's see how that ends up for you. You definitely hit a few. Yeah.
You're in the middle there.
You're in the middle. Do you want to roll again? See if you how far you bounces. 6. Yeah. So you've hit 3. You're going to be wounding me on 2s. Ooh, that's only 2. So that's 2 that are wounded and with multiple wounds on each one. This is where I interpret this rule as we need to roll for each of these separately, as if the first ogre isn't killed, I believe that he stops the cannonball bouncing through on the others. So let me know your interpretations of the rules. Likewise, if I've got it wrong, comment below. But that's certainly always how I've played it, similar to the 40k style. So start off with the first wound. Is it enough to kill him? No. So he takes 1, and then I understand that to mean he stops the bounce of the ball. So I think that is the end of the steam tank. So what are we going to be shooting next?
The crossbowmen.
Yeah. Into these guys?
Yeah, into the ogres.
Cool. Let's grab some dice. So the crossbowmen are opening fire. Still at long range down here. So 5s. Champion hitting on a 4. Not bad again there. Do you want to pick out your 5s and 6s? You've got quite a few. More bolty doom for these guys. Cool. And then 4s to wound. Oh, that's another really good one. Only 2 that fail. So if I borrow your dice. Well, I use strength 4. I'm on light armour and thingy, so it's 6 up saves. Yeah, that is that one that ate a cannonball, finished off. Another one, and 2 more wounds on the second. So with those 2 ogres removed, not quite 25%, so we don't need to take a panic test. We've got nothing in combat at the moment, so that is going to be the end of turn 3 for the Empire, and turn 3 for the ogres coming up next. Ogre Kingdoms turn 3. Things looking pretty bleak, but we might be able to just salvage something from this. So, Iron Blaster is going to be charging into the Knights. What are they going to do?
Hold.
I think we're going to do a bit of a suicide charge from the Saber Tusk, or maybe we're going to place them in front. No. The debate is whether or not to charge the bulls into the Demigryphs. The problem being that with that miasma, we're down to strength 1. It's not an overly big charge because actually we're quite close here, so we're only going to need a 5. But at strength 1, we've seen what these guys can do. However, if I let them charge me with the lances and the extra combat res, things are only going to be worse, and it means that if we make the charge, we might get out of the way of the steam tank. So we're going to go for that one too. These guys holding as well?
Yeah, holding.
So starting with the lead Iron Blaster, only needs a 3. Yeah, comfortably makes it in. That's good. And then the bulls, we only need a 5 this time to get in. Yes, they've made it in as well. And we're not going to charge with the Saber Tusk. I've got a different plan for him. So charges have gone crashing home. Ogres are into the Demigryphs, and Iron Blaster's made it into the Knights. Saber Tusk has done a bit of a suicidal loop around to the front of the steam tank. Don't expect him to survive, but what he is going to do is hopefully buy one more turn before either of these units, or what's left of them, gets charged by a crushing hunk of metal. I'm going to start with this one over here, and the Demigryphs have the highest initiative, initiative 4. So, do you want to swing to hit me first? You're just going to put everything onto the normal balls?
Yep, straight in there.
Okay, go for it. So you're hitting on 3s, both cause fear, so we don't do a fear test. That's pretty good. Just one that's missed. Yeah. And then if you want to roll those for your wounds. And at strength 5, you're on 3 pluses again.
Not so good.
That's still not bad though, really, is it? So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yeah.
5 that have gone through. Strength 5, and your armour piercing the Demigryph as well, so it's -3. So I'm not getting a save, but with Iron Fists, I do have parry saves. So, 6 up parries. We made 1. Oh dear. So that's 3, and a wound gone on these guys. Flick those around. Next in the initiative order is going to be, I think your knights are the same as my Bruiser, but I want to have a go first. So we'll do the Bruiser with his 5 attacks because he has an additional 1 for the additional hand weapon. And even though he's weapon skill 5, those are not going to go in. With his reduction in strength, he's now only strength 2, which means that he's wounding on 6s. Oh, we have got 1 wound. So it's a 2+ save. Well, it's a 1+, but a 1's always a fail, so just... surprise, surprise, you've made it. Right, we'll grab some dice and let the knights strike back. So the knights are swinging back, only 3 of them, so not too bad. Do you want to roll these? So hitting on 3s, all hit, cracking. Strength 4, toughness 4, so it's 4s to wound. You've got 2 of them there. You're only -1, which puts me on a 6-up with a 6-up parry. No. Can we parry one of these? No, we can't. That's another 2 wounds gone through. 19 attacks from the ogres, hitting on 4s. That's not splendid, but not too bad. Probably not too far off the average with that one, actually. And then strength 1, 6s to wound. Oh, done better than we thought there. So, do you want 3 more saves then, please, Shell? And again, these are still on 2+. Made them all. I'm not going to get any stomps. You're not going to get any either, which means for combat res, you've got 6 for wounds, 7 for a standard. I have got 1 for standard, 2 for battle standard, 3 for rank. You beat me by 4, which means I'm on leadership 4 to hold here. These Demigryphs are brutal. Reroll it thanks to a BSB. No, we are off. Just you and me?
Yeah.
Yeah, thought you might be. Let's see how far I can run. Come on, guys. 7. Right. Do your worst. Oh, amazingly,
that
we've
is my
survived
worst.
it.
That's my worst.
We'll get these guys moved and we'll come back for our combat over this side. This is where we're turning it round. Starting with our impact hits. 6. 5. We'll take that. That's 5. Impact hit. Strength 5. Toughness 3. So we are wounding on 2s, which is all but 1. So that is 4 armour saves, please, on a -2. So this is 4 3-up saves. We only kill 1. Never mind. So that is going to still give you 8 attack backs. I'm taking it that Luthor Huss is making way to get in there.
Yep.
Right, so we'll do your normal knights first then. 8 attacks back, swinging in on me. Leave that roll exactly where it is. We haven't done your fear test yet, actually. Just roll that for your fear. 9, I think. That's a fail. Let's just check his leadership. Yeah, Luthor Huss is only leadership 8, but with the BSB, you get a reroll. So try that one again. Yeah, you've made it. So that's not a bad number of hits in there. And he's going to give you hatred again, isn't he? So yeah, you can reroll those 4. That's not bad, is it? You are strength 4, toughness 6, so you are on 6s to wound. Not a single one. Brilliant. Next is going to be my Ogre and my Noblar, so we'll get their attacks done. So we've done the Ogres and the Noblar, who unsurprisingly did nothing. Steeds have then had a go at kicking back and again done nothing, meaning that it's time for Luthor to have a go with his great big hammer. You can reroll the 1 because of his hatred, which will affect himself. Yep, 2 hits. You're winning on 4s, strength 6 with your great weapon. That's 2, and at a -3 on a 4-up, I'm not getting any saves, so that's 2 wounds gone through on that already. So, combat res, I think you've beaten me on this one as well, haven't you? 2 for wounds, 3 for your standard, 4 for your battle standard, and I've got 1, 2. You've beaten me by 2. Oh dear. Let's see if this guy can stay where he is. 7. That is going to be a big fat no on him. Ugh. Right. Take it these guys are going to pursue as well.
Yeah.
How far can I run? Only 5. Let's have another one of those triple 1s, please.
Sorry, I couldn't do that one.
No, they've been mercilessly cut down. Iron Blaster is cut down. This game is all but over now, let's be honest. So, turn 4, that's all it's taken to decimate this force. We are going to call the game here, I think, just to give these Demigryphs one last chance at honour. They going to be declaring a charge into these fleeing ogres?
Oh, yes.
Right, let's see if I can run far enough to keep them alive. 6 with a 5-inch lead gives me an 11. I need you to roll very badly again here. 7 with your 7-inch movement. They are cut down as they flee, leaving just a Sabertusk, who, let's be honest, is going to get mulched by a steam tank. So, going to call it there. Not really any point in playing through the remaining turns. That was far more one-sided than we expected. That army, Michelle, was absolutely brutal. So, with the last few ogres cut down as they fled from the chargers, called the game there. This is what's left on the board. For the ogres, 1 Sabertusk, and this is the remaining Empire army, which, just to put things in perspective, I've killed 4 Empire Knights. That is it.
That's what you get when you mess with the ladies.
Oh, well, I've been told. Yeah, I mean, this list for the Empire was quite disgusting, to be honest. So many 1+ saves, units that are causing fear or terror, so my fear-inspiring abilities aren't coming into play. I can't stomp on these guys, which, again, mitigates some of my army's buffs and special rules. And yeah, that was just absolutely brutal. That 10-inch charge is really what swung it. Your level 4 caster really hampered that big unit of bulls that I had, with the movement stopping that initial charge. That was definitely a game-changing moment. And then at strength 1, it was probably a suicide charge to go into the Demigryphs, but it was that'll be charged by them. And hey, we're ogres, so we don't always think before running on in. So thanks very much for watching. This was only our second game, so again, please let us know any comments or feedback. We tried to take some of the comments on board from the previous battle and put them into effect this one, so thank you very much to everyone who watched, liked and subscribed that one. Thank you for your feedback, it really is appreciated. We are still learning as we go along. I'm aware there was a couple of rules mistakes that we made in this one, and Iron Blaster, you re-roll the bounce, not the initial shot, so my mistake on that one, and we forgot Luthor, but let's be honest, I don't think it's made too much of a difference to the outcome of this one. Thank you very much again for watching. Please like and subscribe for more, and we'll get some more Warhammer Fantasy Battle reports with you soon.